2023 calling for the genocide of Jewish people would be considered context dependent according to the best academic institution in the world, and the individual who calls for that is able to keep their job. So the faculty letter talks about the importance of resisting outside political pressure. And I would actually agree with that. I'm hardly a billionaire, but I certainly welcome open discourse concerning the university's hiring and firing practices and their fair enforcement of the student conduct standards, something that we have not seen before. I'm also one of 1,000 current students and alumni who called for the president to resign. So what I would ask those faculty, and I certainly disagree with them respectfully, but I would ask them to, number one, talk to us, talk to Jewish students and see what our experience has been the past 3 months. And then I would also ask them, what if this was a different minority? What if Claudine Gay had said this about Black people, about gay people, about Asian Americans? Would you be as defensive as you would be now? And let's also be very clear, under Claudine Gay's leadership of the last 3 months, there has been an almost complete destruction of Harvard's reputation, the loss of more than $1 billion in donations, 2 different congressional investigations, calls for further federal action, charges of plagiarism and falsifying her own data in her dissertation, a total moral abdication of leadership. So I'm confused as to why people ask me why I think that she should resign, as opposed to me asking them, why should she stay? I certainly welcome the sudden interest in commitments to free expression and the First Amendment, but we have to keep in mind that this is a president whose university mandates that all students attend a Title IX training where they are told that cis-hetero sexism and fat phobia are forms of violence, using the wrong pronouns as a form of abuse, where Ronald Sullivan, who was a beloved professor, was fired for representing an objectionable client, where only 3% of the faculty openly identify as conservative, and as you said, ranked 248 out of 248 universities when it came to free speech. So the fact that we would love to do something for Jewish students and protect Jewish students, but we just can't because we have a commitment to the First Amendment, when you and I both know that Harvard does not have a legal obligation to protect students who are engaging in violent rhetoric concerning Jewish students, and they don't have historical precedent of ever enforcing these policies to begin with. Just last year, when a student was engaged in a homophobic incident, he was condemned almost immediately and he was expelled. A couple of years ago, when you had about 10 different students who were accepted and it turned out that they had submitted racist posts on social media, the university suspended them and rescinded their acceptance. Right. So the fact that when it comes to Jewish people, all of a sudden we wish we could do something, but we just can't because of the First Amendment is breathtaking in its hypocrisy.